Hello, Miriam Slosberg here from Miriam Reads Tarot. I hope you're doing well. So today we're going to talk about the Hanged Man from the Major Arcana. What is the Hanged Man? The Hanged Man is the card that represents sacrifices that have been made, as well as surrendering and suspending time. This card also represents breaking old patterns as well as bad habits. So the Hanged Man is the one indicative of preparing yourself for making important transformations and life-altering changes. So before making those transformations, preparations need to be made. And you know how uncomfortable those can be. I mean, that is because sacrifices that are being made, that all ties into the meaning of this card, right? Now, the other meaning of this card is when you are gaining new perspectives, which involves letting go of old ones, and the old ones that are just not serving you anymore. And this is usually a result of a situation that has been out of your hands that may be quite unfortunate, that you have no choice but to make adjustments towards. Think about COVID-19. Think about what's going on during the pandemic. Okay? I mean, that is definitely a perfect example of the Hanged Man. So, I mean, that's, you're having to make adjustments, you're having to isolate yourself from others, you're having to wear masks every time you go to a public place, and it was a lot worse when everything was literally locked down, except for supermarkets and pharmacies, etc. So, I mean, you're also having to, as soon as the pandemic hit, if you made trips, you had to, if you planned for trips, can't talk today. If you planned for trips, then you had to cancel them. And wow, that's hard. But the fact of the matter is that this sacrifice had to be made in order to slow the spread of the virus down. So anyway, you had to end up doing things that you didn't want, such as being stuck at home. But here's the thing, the new perspective is that instead of being stuck at home, you're doing your part to protect yourself and others from the pandemic. It's really a hard thing to do, but it's the right thing to do. So therefore, the Hanged Man also comes with selflessness. So the keywords that are associated with the Hanged Man are surrendering, letting go, making sacrifices, gaining new perspectives, giving up old habits and patterns, selflessness, and suspension in time. So let's talk about when the Hanged Man is in reverse. When the Hanged Man is in reverse, it's a sign that you're being resistant to change and transformation, as well as selfishness and being egotistical. And that means you're missing opportunities to grow on a spiritual level. In other words, it represents stagnation. So the Hanged Man also corresponds with Neptune. That's in astrology, and it's the 12th card in the tarot. And the corresponding Enneagram Type is 2, and the reason for that is because that is the type, the helper. They make sacrifices, so the well-being of others are met. So, anyway, we're done with the Hanged Man for now. So the next card is Death. See you then.